Contemporary art is a modern form of artistic gestures, such as paintings, sculptures, photographs, handcrafts, and many more forms of art. This term is commonly used to the work of art made between the 20th and the 21st century. Contemporary art is way different than ancient and medieval art. The Arab art scene has gone long unnoticed by the Western world. Until 3 or 4 years ago, hardly anyone mentioned modern or contemporary art from the Arab region. Negative political events were foregrounded, and the Arab world has more readily associated with terrorism and religion fantasies than with the art and culture. Arab art has meanwhile caught the attention of the international art world. It is curious that the international eye for art from Arab countries has taken so long to awaken. In contrast, contemporary Russian and Chinese art found their way into galleries and museums and into the art market in the early 1990s. Visits to the international art fairs such as Art Basel and Art Cologne revealed that, despite the existence of excellent works by Arab artists, they were hardly represented. Art from Arab countries has until recently almost exclusively been represented in ethnological museums and ethnically oriented galleries, and the works on view vary enormously in quality. The reasons for this situation were explored in detail more than 10 years ago, and the investigation revealed that the dilemma facing contemporary art, on one hand, because the dominance of Western artistic criteria, there is apparently no demand worth mentioning for works by Arab artists. On the other, the modern art of Arab countries is confronted in the West with many judgments, stereotypes, and clichés, nor are there any clearly defined ideas as to the quality of creative art from the Arab world. Often, the question of why Arab artists are not represented here was countered with, does contemporary art in Arab lands even exist? And if so, is it any good? Don't the artists there imitate Western art styles? Can art develop at all given Islam's prohibition of images? On the issue of the dominance of Western mark criteria, it was noticed that a market for visual arts had developed above all in the US and in Central Europe. Because a tradition of investing in art exists, a market could be established. Nothing comparable exists in the Arab countries because painting, for instance, is not a part of their tradition. The question then arises as to why the art market doesn't create a market for Arab artists. The answer is because they come from a totally different cultural environment. We need the necessary background knowledge. We have to familiarize ourselves with the foreign culture. That demands an enormous effort, which galleries alone cannot accomplish. An artistic expert said, "I am opposed to Westerns choosing and defining what art is or is not, what should be shown in museums or not. We should approach another culture with care and observe what emerges there." The Arab artists who were experimenting with modernism soon fell between two stools. Their art was recognized neither in their own country nor really in Europe. Even those who lived in the West had difficulty getting their art seen and accepted. In their native land, they could not reach a wide public because they had few opportunities to exhibit, since museums and galleries were scarce. Despite all these difficulties, modern Arab art is asserting itself. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.